Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are back with more Matchbox Sky Busters. Now today I won't be showing you any new Sky Busters, but what do I have today is I've got three models here that are from a few years ago and from about a couple of years back when I first bought these. I think this one came out, this one I bought about a year ago, and this one about a couple years. And then this one from the year 2019. So this one's actually a very rare one now, a Rutan Boomerang. And it came with the older packaging without the playmat. This was way before they did the playmat, so this was like a precursor to that. This was like the basic, And later in the video, I'm gonna be discussing about what's coming up for 2025 for Sky Busters. From what I've known, from what I found out, and we're gonna go through the pictures. There are 8 photographs of the latest 2025 Sky Busters. So we'll go through those later. And so without further ado, let's just get right into the unboxing. So the first one we're going to be checking out is the helicopter. Okay, we've got this rescue helicopter over here. Now this one is the MBX rescue helicopter. Now this one is just a generic helicopter. It's not based off a real helicopter like Airbus, but this one is just a normal generic Skybuster helicopter. But I like this one because of the color, the white, and it's got the black underneath and the red, the clear red windows. And of course the red rotors. I mean, it's actually very nice. It's got some pretty good weight to this one. It's got a lot of die-cast metal in this one. I bet you the white is all die-cast. And of course, this one came out about, 2022. Yeah, this is about 2 years ago. This is a 2-year-old Skybusters, which I have yet to review. So I'll be showing you guys this one. And yeah, let's crack this one open. So here we go, guys. Here's the rescue helicopter, all taken out of the packaging. So before we get to the helicopter itself, let's just check out the playmat. So the playmat, as usual, is just the same as all on the other Skybusters that I have reviewed so far. So it's the same cityscape. I really wish they made it a little different, instead of repeating the same type of playmat. But nonetheless, at least the back here looks slightly different. We've got the helipad here, of course, that we don't see very much. Only I think with the helicopters you get the helipad. And we got a little road here, small runway here. It's a little road, and then we got a little fuel depot, some hose pipes. Pretty cool. We got some nav lights, indicator lights of sorts. So it's pretty cool. So there's a 2021 Mattel printed right there. So this is actually a much thicker card than the 2024 version. So that's pretty nice. So let's just put this out of the way, and now let's just check out the helicopter itself. So this is a very pretty generic helicopter. There's not really nothing special about it. It's just a rescue helicopter. I believe this tooling came out 2007. Yeah, this is a 2007 tooling. So this came out really long time ago, and Mattel decided, Matchbox decided to re-release this. Of course, we've got the updated landing gears, which is all static plastic, of course. This is the same type of landing gear, even though this is 2022 version. It's the same style that you're being using until now in 2024. So there's really not much of a change. Okay, just says rescue helicopter made in Thailand. So the bottom is all plastic, by the way. This black piece here is plastic, and then the white part on top here is die-cast. So we've got the clear red. So let's just check out the details up close. So we got Rescue Team 3, 55, MBX RSQ. Let's just check out, what's that? It says something about district. Okay, something about district. Something Republic, maybe? I'm not sure. It's really tiny words right there. I'm not sure what it means, but it's got the fireman's hat, it's got the axe and all that. It's got rescue, and of course, plastic rotor. At least the rotor at the back spins. It's pretty cool. And of course, you got your spinning propeller blades. Awesome. Now it's the same thing on the other side. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really not much about it. It's just a little helicopter, pretty generic, but it still looks pretty nice, so that's why I bought it. I mean, it's got some pretty good weight to it as well. It's got some really heavy die cast put into it. So not bad. So on to the next Sky Busters. So the next one we're going to be reviewing is the Crop Duster, I think. Yeah, the MBX Crop Duster. So let's crack this one open. Up next, we've got the MBX Crop Duster. So this is actually a very nice looking airplane. This is actually based off a real life crop dusting aircraft that has been used for crop dusting, of course. You know, dusting the fields, you know, spraying all sorts of retardants, you know, these pesticides to keep off the insects of the cornfields and sorts. So, as usual, before we check out the airplane, let's just check out the playmat. So the playmat on this one actually looks a lot clearer, a lot of crystal. Now this was a slightly different playmat that I have seen. If we look, yeah, I believe this is a different style playmat. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this one is a slightly different playmat. Yes, it is different. I mean, normally I thought I'll be getting the same playmat as, you know, like this one. This is the one that we've always been getting. You know, this particular playmat, the cityscape. I'm sorry, not the cityscape. The you know, the coastal view. You know, we've got the ocean, and then we've got the road on the side of the cliff face, and of course, and on this one, this is the one that came with the crop duster airplane, and this one it's got the similar road, of course, and it's got the coastal view as well, but there is a slight difference in the terrain. It's a slight different terrain right there. So this is actually pretty different. So I thought we're going to be getting the same old, you know, type like this. So that's actually pretty cool. Now I can't wait to see what's behind here. I mean, is it going to be the same like this one? I have no idea. So before we do that, let's just, okay, we'll take this one, we'll flip it around, of course. We all know what this is. That's the dirt runway. I always call it the dirt runway. And for this one, let's just flip it around. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Pew. Oh! Okay. All right. What is this? What is this? A helipad? Aw, come on. Really? A helipad? Okay, we got green grass. We got a slight part of a dirt runway. And we've got a helipad. Really? Crop duster on a helipad? That doesn't sound right. That's meant for a helicopter. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, Matchbox. I think this is a mispackaging here. Or is this exactly what is supposed to be given with the crop duster? You know what they should have done? I mean, I think Matchbox could have given us a proper runway, or even better, how about a cornfield? How about give us a cornfield so that we can have the crop duster, you know, flying right across and spray the corns? I mean, that would be a lot better. But unfortunately, we've got, well, a dirt runway with the helipad landing area, helipad landing pad. Oh, that is very, very unfortunate. That is strange, but nonetheless, at least I like this though. I like this coastal view. This one looks different. Now, I think if we try to connect this, I think we can, right? Oh no. Not really. No, you can't. Nah, you can't connect the roads. Well, kinda, but it's kinda off. Yeah. Yeah, it's not meant to be, but it's close. You could almost visualize it. I mean, the road could almost, I mean, even the terrain could almost connect, but it's not. It's not meant to connect anyway. These two are independent playmats. So nonetheless, no problem, but they should have at least given us a proper dirt runway instead, or a cornfield for the airplane. So enough yapping about the playmat, so let's just get on right to the airplane itself. So there's the airplane. So this is actually a very nice one. I bought this one due to the color, because of like the white and the blue stripe, this navy blue color on it. I mean, I believe there is a red version as well. They made a red color crop duster as well. I think quite recently they re-released this for this year. I think in wave 2, I think mix 3 or mix 2, they released the crop duster again in the red color scheme. I didn't like the red one, to be honest with you. Kind of like the white one better. So yeah, I like it's got the blue propellers as well. It's a 5-blade propeller, which is pretty cool. It's got the nice, let's just take a closer look here, shall we? So there we go. So we got some silver engine parts. So we got all these engine pieces here. So there's the front of the fuselage. It says local farm fresh, which is pretty nice. Like that print. So we've got a very dark grayish kind of a more of a clouded, like a clouded color canopy there. Pretty cool. I like the way that canopy looks. So N1123 tree. That's cool. That's pretty nice. I like the printing there. 11233. Okay. So we got the die-cast fuselage as usual. So the wings, the wings are all plastic. There's the bottom. Got a newer style landing gears, of course. MBX crop duster, Matchbox, and this is actually a brand new tooling from 2020. Yeah, this is a new tooling, 2020, made in Thailand, of course. All right. So let's just take a closer look at right down here. I think that's the crop dusting. That's the crop dusting apparatus right there. So that's the sprayer. So that's the where all the repellent is stored. You know, the pesticides, they're all stored in here, and then there's a little pipe. You can see there's a little connector. There's a pipe right there. Let's just try to clear this up. There we go. You see there's a little pipe that connects right here, and it goes all the way to the back end of the wings. Right at the back of the ailerons, the elevators. And that's where the spray comes out. The spray will shoot out. Awesome. Cool. Well, that's pretty cool. I really like those big size propellers. I mean, it's really, really nice looking airplane. Like the way it looks. Like the color as well. Farm fresh. Awesome. So there you go, guys. There's the MBX crop duster. The white and blue one. I think this is a proper runway for it. Don't you guys think? This is for a helicopter. Now this is proper. Alright, now let's get on to the final Skybusters. So we got the very classic, very super duper duper hard to find Rutan Boomerang. Now this airplane is very hard to find now. I mean, I'm surprised Matchbox has not re-released this airplane for this year. I mean, it's a big surprise, right? I'm not really sure why. But nonetheless, this is actually a very nice looking airplane. It's an odd looking airplane actually. But it still looks pretty cool. So this is the packaging that we're going to be expecting again sometime next year. So this is going to be like, even though this one is released way back in 2019, we got this nice clear blue sky. And of course, it lacked the plane mats. But we'll be expecting something like this to come out again next year. So, oh well, we'll see what happens. And especially later in the video, which I will be discussing also on the 2025 releases for next year. And discuss about the packaging and the airplanes that's coming out, mostly re-released. And there is one brand new deco on a new tooling. So, we'll check that out later. Alright, so without further ado, let's just check out the packaging. Okay, there's nothing really much about it at the back, so it's just, I mean, this one is the Malaysian release, so they put this big sticker right here. So, I mean, it's just a shame they had to put all this. I mean, could have kept that. But nonetheless, still Rutan Boomerang packaging anyway. So, let's open it. Okay, so we got the Rutan Boomerang out of the packaging. So before we check out the airplane, let's just check out the stand. Now there's really nothing much going on here. It's just a very nice clear plastic stand. It looks somewhat like a Star Trek Delta Shield, which they've also used similar for the USS Enterprise and the USS Vengeance from the Hot Wheels line. So without further ado, let's just check out the airplane itself. Looks like we got a couple of spinning black propellers, which is pretty cool. And of course, now die-cast wise, only the main fuselage is die-cast. You can clearly tell the difference from the color. I mean, the plastic is kind of a pearl white color. Even the fuselage looks pretty cool. I mean, I love the shape of it. It looks kind of like a a dolphin or a fish or something. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it's an odd looking airplane. Very, very odd. It's just a shame that the tail here doesn't actually, you know, there isn't a complete tail here. But that's the way it's been designed. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool design. And of course, we got the boomerang. Let's just take a closer look at the back here. It says boomerang. Yep, there's a boomerang on the tail. Let's just clear it up. There we go. Boomerang. Very, very nice. This is all pearl white, by the way. This is all painted in a shiny, glossy pearl white. We've got N24BT. This is based off the actual airplane. So that's the serial number of the plane. So we got 4 windows on one side. We've got a door. We've got the cockpit. Alright. And on the other side, we've got 5 windows. Cool. There's the cockpit canopy, and there's our engine detail. I'm not really sure what to make of that. That's a very new style of some design deco there. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be, but that's just something, you know, a little art-inspired nose art, I suppose. So the top part is die-cast, and then the lower part is plastic, of course. It's got some pretty good details, and that's where the stand goes. Okay. So there's 2018 Mattel. So this is a 2018 tool. Awesome stuff, guys. This is really, really cool stuff. Rutan Boomerang, made in Thailand. Matchbox Sky Busters number 144. So cool. So we've got spinning propeller blades. Very small though. These are really, really tiny. I mean, look at it from the front. It looks actually pretty awesome. And there's another side profile angle there. Just clear this up a little. Alright. So there you go. This is actually a very nice airplane. Now, I haven't actually heard of this airplane very well. I've seen pictures of it on the internet like a few years ago. But whether this airplane still flies or not, I'm not really sure. Even on social media nowadays, I'm not really sure if this plane actually still flies. But do let me know down in the comments if this plane is still actually flying in the air, or is it owned by a private person? I'm not really sure. But in the aviation sector, this plane is actually really, I mean, it's kind of quiet, so I'm not really sure. But it's a nice looking airplane though. Very, very nice. So there you go. There's the Rutan Boomerang. Okay, so we got the Rutan Boomerang on the stand. So now we're just gonna have to find a runway for it. Now we've got a bunch of Matchbox runways here, so we can always just take one runway and pretend this airplane. Now I'm not sure whether if this airplane had landing gears or not. So let's just pretend that, you know, let's just use this runway instead. So we can just put the Rutan Boomerang on a runway here. Well, that's pretty cool. Awesome stuff. Let's just pretend this one's taken off. Cool. Awesome. So there you go, guys. Here are some of the Sky Busters I was able to find in my collection, and I'm able to put them outside here on the table, lay them all out with their playmats. Now, unfortunately, not all the Sky Busters here come with the playmats, like the Honda Jet, and of course the A400M Atlas. Those two came without the playmats, and of course the Rutan Boomerang. But the others do come with the playmats. Oh, I believe the Dream Chaser doesn't come with the playmat. But the rest are, yeah. So these are one of the best ones that I have in my collection, and there you go. So I want to show it to you guys. And of course, I think the best one so far in my collection, I think, is the A400M. And of course, I really like that really beautiful looking P-51 Mustang with that shark mouth. I think that is a pretty awesome airplane. This one is a banger of a model. Well, let's just try to clear this one up. There you go. I really like the green and of course that blue color. This is a really, really awesome looking airplane. Now this one is actually very limited now, and Matchbox isn't exactly re-releasing this color again. So to get a hold of this one, I think it's gonna be a really difficult one. Maybe you can get it on eBay nowadays, but Even on my Shopee website here in Malaysia, it's actually very limited. It's hard to find now. Even the Indiana Jones airplanes, these two are also very highly sought after and they're super rare now. And this P-31 Lightning, this one is also very rare, especially this white color with the red color scheme. This is actually a pretty nice looking plane. And I've also got the green one, by the way. So I got both of those. And of course there's the Sky Cruiser that we just reviewed about a couple of weeks ago. And there's the space stuff. We've got the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket. We've got the Starship, and of course Space Shuttle Enterprise. We've got the Dream Chaser, which is also been yet to be re-released by Matchbox. Hopefully we get to see that next year. And of course there's our Top Gun in the background. We got Maverick's F-18. And we got Rooster's F-18 as well. That's the clean version, by the way. This is the clean version. That's got no battle damage on it whatsoever. And of course the playmat is the aircraft carrier. And of course there's the Dark Star. Now these are all really nice collection, guys. Highly sought after. And so right now let's just talk about what's going to come up for next year in 2025. Now before we get to the 2025 releases, let's just talk about one of the most highly anticipated models that's going to be coming out next year, and that is the Airbus Beluga model. That's right. Now as you can see here in the picture, which I have obtained from Luke Matchbox, and this is a very nice picture of the prototype, and it is, I think this is the actual model that we might get. But I noticed there's some errors with the model, like it doesn't say XL on it, even though it just says it's just a regular Airbus Beluga, but it's got the eyes of the beluga, it's got the mouth of the beluga whale, but it doesn't say XL on it, because on the regular Airbus Beluga, the normal standard one of the original belugas, there are no eyes and there's no mouth on it, and it doesn't have the XL. As we know, the XL versions are a lot larger than the regular A300, A330 upgrades. So, yep. So in the end, well, let's just see and wait what's going to happen next year. But hopefully we should be getting it by the first quarter of next year. But we're actually supposed to be getting it by end of this year. But looks like Matchbox might be pushing the release date a lot later, than previously thought. So it looks like we're going to be getting it next year. So now, right on to the 2025 releases. And here it is, guys, the brand new 2025 Matchbox Sky Busters packaging out. It is absolutely stunning. Now, the only big major difference that we can see here is the updated Matchbox Sky Busters logo. The Sky Busters logo itself is actually pretty cool. And unlike the former Shield logo that we got before, now we've got a much more standardized word. And it's got a looks more like a flight badge. So, and the packaging itself, we've got that blue sky in the background, and the one thing that's been missing is, and it looks like the one thing that we won't be getting to see next year, is the playmat. So Matchbox is completely discontinuing the playmats altogether, and that's it. I mean, literally. So it's a shame, but nonetheless, at least for those of you who have already owned these Matchbox Sky Busters from the year 2021 to 2024, so if you guys have those playmats, please hold on to those, and you can actually use these playmats again in the future to play with these future releases of the Sky Busters. Alright, so this first picture here is actually the MBX Stunt Plane 2. Now I haven't actually got this model. Even this is actually a re-release. It's actually released before last time, I think about a year ago. Even until this year, it's been re-released. So we'll get to see this one next year. And up next we have the Air Grabber. That's right. So we've got another re-release for next year of the Air Grabber, and this time it's colored in dark green, and it's got the black rotor blades, and of course a clear yellow canopy. So glad to see that one again next year. So up next we have And now we have the R66 turbine helicopter from Robinson. This is a Robinson R66 turbine helicopter, and this is actually a re-release tooling. We've actually seen this tooling before, about a year ago, a couple of years back, and now they're re-releasing this model again for next year. And I really like the yellow stripe on the white rotor blades and the blue fuselage. So we'll get to see what the deco really looks like. Looking forward to that one. And up next, we have the Sky Cruiser. So the Sky Cruiser is actually the same as what I reviewed last couple of weeks ago, and it's the same thing. So we got the silver fuselage and of course that nice blue fish skin type wings. And up next we have the Boeing 747-8, and this is the same model as the one I've already got. So practically these are all the same re-releases, so they're practically the same color. And up next we have the Cessna Citation X, and this is a re-release as well with a new updated color. So looking forward to this one. Now I don't actually have the Cessna Citation, but I will be probably getting the 2024 re-release from the last Mix 3 wave, which is the latest wave. So I'll probably get that one that comes with the black engine. So looking forward to that one. And up next we have the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket. Now this is the same thing like we've got last time. Like early this year, we got the SpaceX that I reviewed last time. So this one comes with a space theme background, which is pretty cool. It's just a shame that there's no playmat with it, but still a very nice looking packaging. And of course, a simple rocket model. And finally, we've got the one of the most the one everybody's talking about is the American Airlines livery deco A320neo. Now this airplane I think is gonna be a very highly sought after model, and this is probably gonna sell out real quick. And I'm gonna be getting this model, guys, and I'm gonna be reviewing it for you guys here on the channel. So looking forward to this one. This is the updated American Airlines livery, by the way, the modern American Airlines livery, not the classic livery. We've actually got a classic American Airlines livery last time, the old vintage Matchbox that came out in the year 2000s, 2005 or so, or 2008. We've actually got the classic color. So this one I think is a very good bonus. So glad to see this one, but I really hope that the only big major problem is I hope that Matchbox would clear up the window canopy, the canopy window, the cockpit window. It's kind of the wrong shape and all that. It's supposed to have the mask around it. If it was the Neo that we all know, the A320neo has got this mask around the canopy, but Matchbox kind of fudged up on that one, so I'm not sure. But hopefully they'll rectify this issue in the near future. But nonetheless, it's actually a pretty nice looking model. So looking forward to this one. And that's it for today, guys. So hope you guys liked today's video, and I'll see you guys again next time on another Matchbox Sky Busters video. Now don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys again next time. See you guys. Have a great weekend. Cheers.